My talk is all about a single word, a small but dangerous word that I guarantee everyone uses every day. This word is the single most destructive word in the entire English language, and yet it so often goes unnoticed because on the surface, it really doesn't seem like much. This word, you wonder? If you're thinking something along the lines of, now this is something I need to know, then ironically, you just used it. I'm talking about need. And for reasons beyond the obvious, need is definitely a four-letter word. What? How can need be the single most destructive word in the English language? Sound outlandish? Well, I'll give you 3 reasons why this is. Reason number 1, we hear it almost constantly, definitely every day. It's in every book, magazine, TV show, film. It's in our thoughts from the moment we get up. What do I need to do today? I need to get ready. I need to take my kids to school, go to the post office, get groceries. I need to check my email, call my mother, walk the dog, feed the cat, pay the bills. I need a coffee. It's in our daily self-criticisms, like, I need to lose weight. I need to quit smoking. I need to make more money. And it's in so many of our conversations as well. You need to take the trash out. Well, you need to learn how to drive. Then there's universally the most feared need statement of all. We need to talk. Who's ever heard that statement, we need to talk, and not been filled with an immediate sense of dread and apprehension, right? And yet, on and on, we keep using this word, seemingly oblivious to the fact that it's not even true. This is reason number 2. Need is a lie. Honestly, do we really need to take the trash out? No. Do we really need to get to work on time? Do we even need to eat or drink water? These things may seem like needs, but they aren't. Sure, there are consequences to not eating, for instance, like dying, but we don't need to not die. We don't need to do anything at all. So you say you want to live? Me too, but not because I'm obligated to. Because I want to. And that's what matters. I see it every day in my practice. People come to therapy thinking they need something, like to change jobs, get married, have a baby, but it's not true. Nothing is a prerequisite for happiness. Everyone has the ability to be happy with their life exactly as it is right now. The option to choose happiness does exist. It is plausible. Once we recognize the reality that there are no needs. This is one of the most liberating things we can discover in life, that the entire notion of needs is an illusion. And as if this alone wasn't incentive enough to inspire us to abandon the concept of need, I'll give you the biggest reason of all. Reason number 3 is that need actually creates a negative effect on our emotions and behaviors. Specifically, it builds resistance, what I call the UGG response. I need to get ready. Ugh. I need to quit smoking. Ugh. We need to talk. Ugh. Right? Why does this happen? Why is it that every time we hear the word need, we automatically feel somewhat worse? Well, think back to childhood and all those times that we were told things like, you need to go to bed, make your bed, stop jumping on the bed. You need to get your grades up, do your chores, be home by midnight. You need to figure out what you're doing with your life. You need to move out. No one likes to be told what they need to do. Nobody likes it. And so every time we heard this word, all right, we automatically resisted it. Then only one of 2 things would happen. We would either comply, but harbor some measure of resentment, or we'd completely refuse altogether. As adults, the legacy of this childhood conditioning still remains with us. We hear the word need, experience resistance, and then, just like before, either comply or rebel. Either way, we lose, and so does everyone else around us. How counterproductive is this? Here we are trying to inspire ourselves and others to do certain things, while simultaneously creating emotional hurdles by using the word need. There has to be a better way. And there is. The solution is to understand that you never need to use the word need. There is always, with a little creativity, a way to find a healthier and more truthful form of communicating. One option is to transform need language into want language. Consider this example. Say you're in a dressing room and you're trying on clothes. You look at yourself in the mirror and think, well, maybe you used to be a little bit smaller, right? Maybe you used to be a little bit buffer, like myself, all right? You think to yourself, I need to go to the gym. Wait, that's not true. I don't need to go to the gym because there are no needs. Just by realizing this, you'll experience an immediate sense of relief. This in and of itself is a significant accomplishment. Okay, so now ask yourself, is going to the gym a want or a don't want? Need can almost always be broken down in this way, into either want or don't want. So before deciding, take a moment to think about this. Maybe you're newly single and want to look stunning in that little black dress. Maybe you want to run a marathon or play sports with your kids. Or maybe, just for today, what you really want to do is stay home and watch tonight's episode of The Bachelorette. Whatever you want is perfect. After all, this is your life, and you are free to live it according to your truest desires. Right? So if your true desire is, hey, I want to go to the gym, then all of your resistance will vanish. Or if your truth is, you know what, I don't want to go to the gym, then give yourself permission to skip it. If you do, since this is exactly what you want to be doing, any guilt you might feel will vanish. All right? So either way, you win. How much better is this? So all in all, this formula for transforming need language is really kind of simple. First, notice whenever you use the word need, or any of its cousins, such as, okay, these are the synonyms, have to, got to, gotta, must, ought, should, are kind of in the same category, all right? None of these words are actually true. Second, recognize that there are no needs, so whatever you just said actually isn't true. Third, determine if this need, quote unquote, is really a want or a don't want. But it does take some wisdom to effectively do this, right? For instance, if you think you want, let's say, a gallon of chocolate ice cream at 4 a.m. in the morning, then consider if this is true for you on the deepest level, right? We don't want to just know what we want superficially. We want to know what we want honestly, deep down inside. This is what matters. So if you think that this is a selfish way to live, then nothing could be farther from the truth. In fact, your happiness is the greatest gift you have to give to those around you, right? But if you don't take responsibility for your own happiness, who will? It's way too big a job for someone else, and no one is in a better position than you to do it. But happiness doesn't come from cracking the whip of so-called needs. It comes from giving ourselves permission to live the life we want to live, not the life we think we need to live, and from encouraging others to do the same. So moving forward from today's talk, do yourself and everyone you know a favor. Embrace the true enormity of your freedom, not only by dropping the word need from your thoughts and speech, but from dropping the entire illusion of it as well. This is the path to happiness. Thank you for listening, although you definitely did not need to.